This episode is dedicated to Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, who passed away this week. A legend, a survivor, a soul that never surrendered. His story wasn't just music. It was chaos, pain, resurrection, and rebellion. This is not a tribute, this is the scream of a man who became immortal. He was born John Michael Osbourne in Birmingham, England, the son of a toolmaker, the future voice of madness. As a child, he struggled with dyslexia and poverty. But what scared others fascinated him. Death, blood, and loud music. In 1969, he formed Black Sabbath, a band that would birth heavy metal with riffs that sounded like thunder in a church. They weren't just loud, they were terrifying. Songs about war, insanity, and demons. And Ozzy's voice pierced through it all. Parents panicked, priests preached against them. Fans, obsessed. Ozzy became the icon of darkness, and chaos followed. He bit the head off a dove during a meeting. Not for attention. He just didn't care anymore. And it only got wilder. Black Sabbath made history, but addictions made enemies. By 1979, Ozzy was fired. Everyone thought he was finished. But in a hotel room, with nothing left, he met Sharon Arden, the woman who would resurrect him, manage him, and marry him. With her help, he launched a solo career that exploded. Blizzard of Oz, Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley. Ozzy wasn't gone, he was reborn. He became louder, weirder, and more dangerous, and the fans loved him for it. He was no longer a man, he was a myth. Then came the bat. On stage in Iowa, he bit its head off mid-performance. He thought it was rubber. It wasn't. He was rushed to the hospital for rabies, shots, but headlines crowned him the Prince of Darkness. And he wore the title with pride. But fame came with a price. Drugs, alcohol, arrests, rehab. Ozzy spiraled through the 80s like a man haunted by himself. He once tried to kill Sharon while blackout drunk. The next day, he didn't even remember, yet she stayed. She saved him. Even in destruction, Ozzy sold out stadiums. His pain was raw, his stage show apocalyptic. Fire, blood, and pure human breakdown. In 1991, he retired only to return stronger. The world didn't want peace. It wanted Ozzy screaming in fire again. Then came the Osbournes, the first reality show to turn a rock legend into a household icon. Chaos was now comedy. Millions watched as Ozzy mumbled through his mansion, cursing the remote, feeding dogs, and accidentally conquering television. But behind the camera, the demons never stopped. Addiction, relapses, injuries. He shattered his neck in an ATV crash. Doctors said he might not walk again. But Ozzy did what Ozzy always did. He got up. Bruised, limping, screaming into a mic. He returned to the stage with metal rods in his spine. He performed through Parkinson's disease. He refused to stop. He became a symbol not just of metal, but of survival, of enduring pain, mockery, age, and death itself. For over 50 years, Ozzy howled through every storm. He lost friends, bandmates, control, but never lost his fire. He didn't hide from his darkness. He built an empire out of it. Every scar, every scream became part of the crown. He was blamed for suicides, banned from cities, burned in the media, and through it all, he never stopped laughing. To Ozzy, madness was never shameful. It was fuel. It was the mirror he held to a world that wanted silence. Even as his body failed, his voice stayed sharp like a blade dipped in sorrow, rage, and glory. He gave his final performances with tears in his eyes, fans chanting his name like a hymn. It was never just music. Ozzy didn't just sing about death, he walked beside it. And somehow, he always made it blink first. His legacy isn't in awards or records. It's in the people who felt less alone because of his madness. He turned pain into power, horror into poetry, and fear into a war cry for those who felt broken. The Prince of Darkness? No, he was the king of survival. The madman who kept rising when the world begged him to fall. Even now, fans don't mourn in silence. They scream his name. They raise horns. They keep his chaos alive. Because legends don't vanish. They echo. And Ozzy's echo sounds like thunder under a black sky. He didn't go quietly. He left this world like he lived loud, defiant, unforgettable. This isn't the end. Ozzy lives in every scream, every riff, every soul that refuses to shut up and behave. He taught us madness isn't weakness. It's a weapon, and the world fears those who learn to wield it. Rest in power, Ozzy Osbourne. You didn't just break the rules, you made them bleed. If Ozzy's fire ever lit a part of your soul, subscribe now and join us in honoring those who burned so we could feel alive. Tell us your favorite Ozzy moment. Let his voice echo through your memories, and may we carry his madness with pride. To Ozzy Osbourne, thank you for the screams, the scars, the survival. New legends rise every Saturday, but there will never be another you.